Now, I made a statement a few months ago, and I just want to point out to you that that will be the fact forever going forward. Any new lenses that I get, I will post straight out of camera, unedited, and that is the way it must be, because no lens, A, comes with Photoshop or Lightroom bundled with it, and B, it doesn't come with someone else's Photoshop or Lightroom skills, whether they be really good or like really awesome. And that's important. It should necessitatively and existentially be the case, given wisdom and logical examination, that people are free to do whatever the hell they want with their camera and lenses. And when they pop that SD card or compact flash card in their computer, do whatever the hell they want with the image. Right? It's about expression. I mean, all video editors edit their, except for me, right? All video editors edit their video. Things are edited. A lot of people, I've seen some of the best photographers in the world that would drop by a photography school, and I'd be in the darkroom with them since they loved free processing. When they actually would like give little talks at the photography school, they would get free processing and free printing, and that was a big boon. And they'd go around shooting, and they'd come in, give a little talk, blah, 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 and they'd get free, which is worth money. And I'd see some of the images, some of these best photographers on earth. I'd be in the darkroom. We had huge darkrooms there, by the way, processing their images. And, you know, they'd shoot off reams and reams of bad images and select. It's the same as the rest of us do. Their hit rate would be higher, obviously so, but they still print out, you know, they'd waste a crap load of film. You know, they would. You know, like out of focus, bad, problem, lighting issue, you know, so. That's not the issue. The issue is that if you are going to post images in forums on lens reviews, please have the courtesy and the wherewithal to state, hey, these are my images, the final result from this lens after I heavily process them. But people don't do that. I've actually never seen anybody do that. There was a bit of a scandal, shall we say, with a Nikon ambassador who heavily... First he posted up the real images, and then they were completely swapped with very, very heavily saturated and heavily sharpened images, and you blew them up, and he photoshopped out nose hairs, which is no big deal, you know. And he like drew in eyebrows with a tablet, because then it gave you a false sense of sharpening, because there's only a very narrow plane of the person's face at f1.4 that's like this much of the face is in focus. Well, when you draw in really fine eyebrows right here, then it makes you think the plane of focus goes from here to here. Because the way the images are at f1.4 out of this one specific lens, for example, which is horrible. I proved that the lens has bad micro contrast and is horrible. It's like, there are better options. You know, if you, is the lens sharp? It sure as hell is. It is very sharp. The only problem is that lenses can't be judged upon sharpness only. You can certainly stick it in Photoshop and Lightroom and make it look really good. But when someone does that, now Nikon ambassadors are not directly, as Nikon states on their own website, they're not direct contractors for Nikon. They're just, you know, kind of like the spokespeople for Nikon. In short, in other words, they're not directly affiliated with, legal connection, legal talk, blah, blah, blah. People should post whatever it is that they want. But if you're posting information, someone's like, I don't think about buying this lens, you know? And someone posts up a string of it. It's like, wow, those look really good, man. That's awesome. It's like, no, girlfriend. That did not pop out of that camera. Now, what the lens drops is one thing. What the camera processes is another thing. What the SNR firmware does is another thing. What gets plopped onto the card, okay, that's what we're talking about here. Not what gets, magically enhanced in Photoshop and Lightroom. Lucky for you, if you get so deceived, kind of like used car salesmen will like do things to cars to make them seem really awesome, and you like drive them for 4 miles and you go, damn, this is crap. Lucky for you, every place that you buy a new lens from, you know, you got a 30-day return period or something like that. Now, it is the case that, you know, if you buy these lenses from gray market or used, some of the places where you can't return, like, damn, you know, I saw these images were awesome, and then I popped it on my camera, and this lens does not make images like that. And I go like this. I go, that's my point. That's my point. Please feel free. Nobody's obligated to do anything, okay? The whole world lies to you all the time. Let's just be honest about it, okay? People lie. 99% of photography is lies anyway. There's no such thing as an honest photograph, you know? If you hire a professional photographer to take a picture of a dumpy hotel, he can make it look like the Shangri-La. You know, it's like, I'm just going to add some lighting. I'm going to blur out that dead rat over there in the corner. You know, it's like, wow, man, this hotel looks awesome. And you arrive and you're like, damn, this is a dump. Photography is about making old women look young. Photography is, at its very core, about lying. It is about lying. Unless a street photographer is like, oh my god, like there's a puddle of pee right there and a dead rat and a cigarette butt and a used condom. Yeah, that's a different type of photography. I'm talking about the glamour stuff, you know, the stuff that you're meant to impress people with. It doesn't bug me. I don't care what anybody likes, but please don't delude other people. Or what people do is they'll buy something and then they'll delude themselves. It's like, well, I bought this really expensive lens. I guess I'm going to live with it. But, to make the images look good, I need to, heavily edit them. Fine, do that. Just to have a little bit of honesty, for Christ's sakes, to tell other people, it's like, you know, this is a topic on this lens and whether it's worth buying. I should let you know that these are my images from this lens. Haha, but I heavily edit them. They are heavily edited. Okay. People don't do that, though. They're like, these are my images from that lens. And then everybody else is going, oh my god, I gotta buy that lens. Those images are great. And I'm just shaking my head going, you're being lied to, girlfriend. You know, there are intentional lies and there are lies of omission. You know? It's like, the reason that the Romans ate lead, they'd sprinkle it up like pepper and stick it in their food and stuff, is because it had a neat, sweet taste and stuff. It's, you know. Yeah, but it'll also kill you. Lies of omission. It's like, this stuff is awesome. Like, antifreeze is really sweet. That's why it's a danger to let cats or dogs around antifreeze. It's sweet, and they lap it up. The only problem is it's deadly. Talk about photography here. Just, God, you know. But maybe the dumb people that don't know any better should, be victims at the hands of their own ignorance, you know? If a bunch of people want to post up heavily edited shots and people without the intelligent forethought to say, I wonder if these pictures are heavily edited or not. I wonder if the lens really does that. Maybe, it's kind of tough love, but maybe they should be, victim to buying that lens. Or any other lenses like it that people are like, yeah, these are my pictures. This is what that lens does. And no, girlfriend, that is not what that lens does. That is what that lens did combined with a lot of ha 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 ha, this stuff right over here on the computer. That is not what that lens did. That is not what that lens did. Take it or leave it, I don't care what people do. If it makes you happy, if you want to stick on like a latex pink bodysuit and stick some bunny ears and go hopping down Main Street, if that makes you happy, I don't care. However, I'll be there with a camera to take a picture of it. Do whatever you want. Just don't deceive people, okay? Just, unless you like deceiving people. And there are a lot of people out there that do that. Whatever. Whatever floats your boat. Have a good one, and happy holidays! Yay! Here's my fake smile. I'm going to patent this. I'm going to get a patent on the fake smile. Yay! It hurts my face to smile.